What's going on? Taco Stacks here, back with another vlog. Good news, bad news. Good news, going scrapping today. Going to be a scrap vlog, hoping for the best. I'm bringing my Bare Bright copper. It's like the highly sought after copper, a highly sought after metal in the scrapping world, it seems like. And going to see what I get. Now, what I'm going to bring is the copper that I stripped from an auction. And the only auction vlog that I've so far come up with and post on the website, or I'll post on YouTube. So if you want to check out what I picked up there, I picked up a tub of insulated copper for $2. I stripped it all. I mean all of it, except for maybe one piece, one small piece that was, had too much insulation, so it wasn't really worth it to strip it. But if you want to check that out, I picked up a tub for I think $2 or $1 or $2, and I'm going to see what I get when I stripped it all. So we're going to prove our myth of is it worth it to strip it, or if it's worth it to not. There's still this copper that I don't strip, stuff like from fans, AC, stuff like that. I don't strip that. This is simply copper that was in coils or spools, and insulation was very thin, and the copper was, a thicker gauge. So I'm going to do that. The bad news came out of a scrapping vlog previous to this. Actually, in the vlog that I did, the daily life vlog with the dog as the thumbnail, and that was supposed to be a scrapping vlog on the second part of that vlog. But all my files from the second day got corrupted, so they all got deleted. I vlogged it all, I videotaped it, I went to go edit it, and they were gone. They weren't there, they weren't on my GoPro, so, it is what it is. But today, going scrapping, bunch of light iron, a bucket of Bare Bright, and maybe some, Christmas lights or something. So let's get into it. Let's pack up the van. Let's see how the day goes. It started raining this morning. I got my boots on. Picked these up at a thrift store for like $3 or $4, maybe $5. I don't know. But they're in my thrift store vlog. You gotta check that out. Great deals always at thrift stores. Boots, waterproof, probably $150 new. $5, $6. Gotta get on it. Gotta do it. Gotta scrap. Let's get into it. So loading up the Vansky here. Garbage picking the other day. Everyone's always like, oh, you gotta grab the vacuum cleaner. Grab the whole thing. Don't just snip the wire. Well, I grabbed the whole thing. Don't know if I'm going to actually go through it and try to take apart this whole thing for a motor. I think I see it right there. Yeah, probably not. The head of the vacuum cleaner probably weighs 3 pounds, so that motor maybe weighs 2 pounds. And like I constantly say over and over, I'm not going to put 5-10 minutes in there and get myself another 10 cents or 15 cents difference as opposed to just saying that for light iron. So thank you for telling me to get it so I can bring it for light iron, but to take that apart for the motor, 10 minutes, 10 cents, might be worth it to you, not worth it to me. So definitely want to just scrap that as it is. Some of you guys might be upset about that, some probably, agree with me, but it is what it is. I picked up, I guess this is a washing machine, or a dishwasher, and this is all coiled up in here. I just kept yanking it and yanking it. That's a pretty decent sized piece of insulated copper. I don't think I'm going to strip that, but it's still a nice piece of copper. Maybe you might get 10, 15 cents just for that piece. And that's kind of what I'm kind of getting at with this. You have to be realistic with yourself. I know a lot of people, they want to make the most out of everything and make the most amount of money, but I just don't see the 10 cents, the 10 cents for I just don't see the purpose of spending 10 minutes or 5 minutes on something to make 10 cents. Everyone has different expectations and different thought process, but if you're that sought after scrapping and you enjoy doing that, go ahead. I'm not saying don't do it. Just for me, it's not worth my time. I'm going to take apart the vacuum bag, going to take that off, and then just the rest is going to be light iron after snipping these cords. A bunch of random small pieces of metal in my pickup. I know everyone keeps busting my chops. Well, there's one guy who keeps busting my chops about the Willys, so there it is. Hopefully you enjoyed that little sneak peek. One day maybe I'll show a little bit more about it. It doesn't run, so don't get any crazy ideas. So this piece right here, I was going to actually keep for myself. Thought it was pretty neat and whatnot. Maybe I'd sell it at the flea market. But it's pretty shot. I mean, it's got a hole here. It's, you know, there's hinges broken off. The mesh is kind of ripped. The inside's all shredded. So this is going to the scrap yard. It is what it is. Got her in the back. Put this, I wish this was aluminum or cast aluminum, but it's not. It's just light iron. So I actually missed this in my garbage pickup video, but everyone's also saying I should grab the weed whackers here, you know, for the motor. I'm not taking apart this again. It's a plug and play, and picked up this one also. This is just light iron. No gas in it. Nice size motor, but you know, it's going scrap. And then here's a gate that I picked up that's actually in my video, I believe. I was going to sell it at the flea market, but it's kind of shot. It's all rust on the bottom, so that's going to scrap. And that's pretty much it. You know, I'm going to grab my copper, my stripped copper, my Bear Bright, but I'm not going to be taking any insulated copper. This is a big tub. As you can see, it says 100 pounds on the bottom. 5-gallon bucket. I'll show you the comparison. That should be my new insulated copper bucket. It's big. I'll probably carry a lot. Rather than going there and getting like $6 for, you know, filling this up, I'll fill that up and get 15 or 20. And I'll just save kind of like a trip and this and that, but so I apologize for being so dark in here, but got my TNT wire stripper right here. I'm still stripping wire. It's pretty thin stuff. As you can see, just pulling that apart.
Definitely a great wire stripper. I know a lot of people I've seen recently talk to other people and they're like, oh, that thing sucks. Well, I think it's great. You know, you just have to learn how to use it. I mean, just like any other tool, once you learn how to use it, everything becomes a lot easier, so.
I'm going to go ahead and snip this right here and kind of separate. Come on. What the heck? Separate the insulation from the copper. Make it a lot easier just to handle this rather than having this huge mess of mishmash. Throw that over there. Got my Bear Bright here. My pride and joy right there. So, taking this whole thing, aside from that last piece, this is all from that auction. This is all from that pickup video. As you saw, I got a tote and I got a bunch of casters. Check out that video if you haven't already. And you never know. You know, you never know what you can come across. And we're going to see how well this thing really worked. And we'll see what we make out of it. I have no idea. I don't know if this weighs 5 pounds, 6 pounds. I know the bucket weighs 2, so that adds weight. So we'll see what we get. I know I got $1 or $2 invested. Let's see if it's worth our time to strip it, and let's pack up and head on out. All right, last thing before we go. Got these, I believe they're cast aluminum chairs. They're not worth anything in terms of, like, you know, resale value, so they're going in a scrap yard. Don't think they'll knock me for this one screw. It's on each corner. That's the only thing that I can find in terms of maybe this is that makes this dirty aluminum or irony aluminum. I'd be very surprised if they gave me irony aluminum for it because of that. But we'll see what happens. I'm just trying to get rid of it. For the most part, I did try taking off a couple of these screws, but they're so rusted in there that they don't come out. So it is what it is, and we'll load up, and you know, hopefully we'll get some money on the non-ferrous today. We'll see. Oi! Oi. Put that over there. Hopefully no one steals my copper. Tell you what, it looks so much nicer out now that it's spring and there's, green on the trees, the grass is growing. It's actually nice for once, so kind of excited about that. Always loved spring. I think spring's probably my favorite season. I know a lot of people love fall, but spring just makes you happy because everything's, coming back to life, and it's nice out, So just put up to the yard now. Not really sure what to expect with these cast aluminum. It's kind of bothering me. I just don't know, what are they going to do, because it's a difference. It's a difference of like 30 cents per pound. So today we're going with Bear Bright Christmas lights and leaf cast aluminum. Already got people yelling at me. This guy in this red truck. I don't know what his deal is. I don't even know. He'd say he was second in line, but he was parked all the way in the corner. Like, I don't even know what to say. Now he's taking up the whole spot because he doesn't know. It is what it is. So now I just wait. There's some things that just grind my gears. Situational awareness is probably one of the biggest keys to not pissing people off in life. I think, people drive in the left lane going the speed limit. No, you drive in the left lane to pass someone. You don't drive in the left lane just to drive in the left lane. When you walk into an elevator and just, step in the door and just stand there. No, you walk in the elevator and you go to the back and let other people step in the elevator as well. Just me ranting about stuff. I just try and, I just want to get some tacos and head on out of here, but it is what it is. In case you're wondering what's at the yard, I believe that's all dirty aluminum. I see some crutches over there, some lawn chairs, a bunch of tanks and small engines over there. It's always cool to see what's at the scrapyard, Little place where they clean off all their equipment. I think it's kind of courtesy that, separate your metals. I know in certain countries you can separate your metal at the yard. In America, it's kind of, looked down upon for the most part. This guy is like literally separating everything. He's digging underneath his light iron to take out other metals. I feel bad for the worker. I hope the worker gets a tip or something, because that's outrageous that you don't separate your metals prior to coming to the scrapyard, and you're putting everyone else in a burden. You're making this guy do extra work. All his job is to make sure you have the right stuff and to calculate it and punch it in. Got a lot of trailers going on. Lots of light iron going on over here. This guy just, I think it's his first time at a scrapyard. This guy he's causing all sorts of hassles. I don't know, people. I don't know. Alright, all ready to rock and roll. Person out there is looking at a heater over there. You can see that. But this guy, I don't know what he's doing. This guy's rubbing his engine, so I don't know if he's turning around or what. Yo. unfortunate, you know? Asked the guy where should I dump the nails. He said over here in this dump body, so that's where I'm dumping all the nails. So that's what I do it for today and for the scrapping. So what's going on YouTube? Just cashed out. Pretty decent day, I would say. Just check what we got here. Start with the non-ferrous because that's always cool. Non-ferrous. You got aluminum. He gave me the clean aluminum price. He didn't give me the iron aluminum. And it was 24 pounds, so it was heavy. It would have been 8 cents a pound, but it was 34 cents a pound, so that made a big difference. It's got $8 out of that. The Bear Bright, 9 pounds out of that whole auction lot, 20 bucks, a little over $20. And Christmas lights, which were, you know, is what it is. Those were, take a gander at the light iron, had 540 pounds at 24 bucks and change. So, decent day, I would say. I think the aluminum thing definitely made my day. If you remember, I did a garbage picking vlog a while back, and I was full. My whole van was full. I couldn't fit any more, and there was one more aluminum piece there. But as I remember, it was kind of a smaller piece. But, you know, picking up an aluminum piece at 10 pounds, you know, at 34 cents a pound, it's a lot nicer than picking up a light iron piece at 10 pounds or 20 pounds or even 30 pounds. So yeah, definitely non-ferrous, way to go, absolutely. Stripping copper, you know, I think I probably put in maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours into doing all that, maybe a little less. I think once you learned how to use the tool, the TNT wire stripper, it became much easier. So, you know, I think at 20 bucks, otherwise I would have got 50 cents a pound rather than $2.25 a pound. I probably would have made $4 or $5, so I made an extra $15 by stripping it. I think it was kind of worth it. You know, I think it is an enjoyable tool. It's a kind of like a stress reliever. If you're stopping in for the first time and, you know, this is something that you're interested in, if you're interested in the scrap life, there's a lot of scrappers out there. There's a lot of YouTubers out there. Check them out as well. If you like what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button. It does mean a lot to me. It means I'm doing something right. I think the support on this channel has been great. For all the subscribers out there who've been watching all my videos, I appreciate it. You know, I'm loving the comments. I'm loving, you know, everything about it. It's definitely a great experience, this whole YouTube thing. If you like the video, please hit the like button. And as always, have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.